And there I am. Watch this. So, do you know where I am? I think that's a Taco Bell. I just arrived to Fairbanks. The road trips have begun for this summer. Unfortunately, the dashboard mount in the truck fell off as soon as I left Healy, so I couldn't get any video from the road, but that will come. For now though, we're gonna head into Safeway and compare a few prices here to the grocery store in Healy. A lot of noise because they have loud cars and the airport's right over there. I'm definitely getting fried chicken for the first time in 7 months. So Brigitte in Germany. This is the grocery store in Fairbanks, so you can compare it to the tiny place in Healy. I'll leave the recorder on when I'm walking through. That's going to be my fried chicken I'm getting. We got a normal deli. They have Chinese food here. I remember that from when I was here last summer. I'll probably get Chinese food for tonight. Now it's about noontime, so I need to get something to eat for lunch. That's going to be the fried chicken. And I'll just run up to a few things. Ooh, lemon pound cake. I wonder if I can just take those 2 slices out. I don't think so. $5.49, they're $5.99 in Healy. Not much of a difference for the Hostess donuts. Let's check out the bread. The cheapest bread in Healy was $2.99, which went up to $3.99. And here, it's definitely not the only bread section. So they've got bread over there, and they've got bread over here. It's $2.99 and $3.99 in Healy. And here the bread is $2.69. So about $1.30 less than in Healy. And that appears to be the cheapest loaf of bread they have in Fairbanks at this particular Safeway. And of course, remember, like when I was here last summer, I was shopping at Walmart, which is cheaper. But I didn't see a Walmart, and the one that I remember, I don't want to drive out there. I'm not going to buy any bread anyhow. So the Ritz are $7.99 in Healy, and they're $6.49 here. Even on sale for $4.49. You'd never see that in Healy. And of course, there's a much bigger selection of chips here. $5.49 for Doritos. They're $7.99 in Healy. Also, the Fritos and the Cheetos are $6.99 here and $6.79. And they're $7.99 in Healy. Now we spotted the Oreos. They're $8.99 in Healy, and they are $6.99 in Fairbanks on sale, $5.99, or with the member price, which is, the same as on sale. $3 less or $2 less for Oreos here. There's people people over there, but ground beef is basically the same price as in Healy. The thin cut pork chops, basically the same price as in Healy. So the meats don't seem to be much cheaper in Fairbanks than in Healy. Again though, if you shop at Walmart, it's going to be cheaper. Then we have the Campbell soups. These are $2.49, which is 50 cents less than in Healy. And you have the chunky Campbell soup, which is $3.29. That is $1.70 less than in Healy. And you can get some flowers, or you can just bypass them and look for the good stuff. Let's look at some vegetables and fruits. I know you guys like eating healthier than I do. Grapes. They were $2.99 I think in Healy, and they're $2.77 here for 1 pound. 20 cents difference. Now the iceberg lettuce was $5.99 in Healy, and in Fairbanks it's $2.99. I think I'll just buy all of them if I was a rabbit. And the honeydew is $8.99, which is $1 less than in Healy. The small watermelons are $7.99, that's $2 less than in Healy. And the cantaloupe is $6.49, that's $3.50 less than in Healy. I believe the bananas in Healy were $1.99 a pound or $2.99 a pound. I can't remember. Here they're $1.14 a pound. And also the apples here are $3.49 a pound. And then over here, they're $2.49 a pound, $2.79 a pound, $2.99 a pound, all cheaper than Healy. But again, that's something I don't remember how much it cost in Healy. So I just wanted to show some prices of the groceries here in Fairbanks at Safeway. You can go back and watch some of the older videos from the grocery store in Healy, because I don't remember the prices of everything, especially the stuff I don't usually buy. Now I am going to move on and buy myself some fried chicken for lunch and Chinese food for dinner. And the Pure Leaf iced tea is actually the same price as it is in Fairbanks at $4.99, but if you buy two, they're $3.49 each. So $1.50 cheaper. And I actually wound up staying in the same place I stayed in last year when I was getting the engine heater worked on. And they put me in the exact same room. And I was curious if the half-eaten ice cream is still in the freezer. Nope, looks like a guest ate it. But it's an okay room. Airplane. Now I'm just walking around. There's Fred Meyer's. That's a popular Alaskan grocery store. And I'm just walking around because I have this afternoon. And I see some shops over there. And I like to walk into shops and see the salespeople get excited because they don't realize I have no money. So we'll see how that works out. I like getting out and walking around a little bit. Oh, there's a Subway. I'm actually looking for a clothes store. Something that sells like t-shirts cheap. And I want it to be within walking distance. I will say that the drive up here was pretty nice because for the first time on the Denali Highway, I saw a mother moose and her calf right on the side of the highway. And I said, of course I'm going to see this right after the mount on the dashboard fell off. So you missed that, but I didn't. And that was pretty cool. And where exactly I'm going, I'm taking off tomorrow. I'm not going to say because I want everything to kind of be a surprise along the way. I do have an end goal, and that is to get home alive. So that's as much as I can give away for now. And I'm really a light packer when I either take a trip or go on a road trip because I don't want to carry a bunch of stuff. I've got my 2 laptops, one for work and one for, YouTube and eBay. And I have a few clothes in there. And that's pretty much all I take with me. And I do remember, and I'm sure you do also, that like about 5 weeks ago, I made a video. There's going to be a couple of surprises. And this is going to be one of those surprises where I'm going to what I'm going to do. I think it's going to be a bit of fun, and I hope I can get good enough videos to entertain you guys while I'm on the road. It's also very weird not having my beard because it really feels like my head is a lot smaller than I remember. So that's a little funny. So now I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to eat my fried chicken a little late lunch. I'm going to probably watch a movie and edit some videos. But I will be back when I'm leaving tomorrow. I noticed, look how much my face moves without the beard.